Hello, and welcome to another story and another video in my One Company, One Story series. This time, solid power. Here comes the amateur legalese. I began investing in companies and their stocks in the late 70s, but am not a certified investment professional. My style of investing is best described in a book, Dream, Invest, Live. Let's click over to that just for the heck of it. A book I wrote by request. Evidently, I'm reasonably good at describing this sort of thing, which came out as the Great Recession, or as I call it, the Second Great Depression began. Don't understand. Luck happens. Doesn't always have to be good luck. Sometimes it's bad luck. So I am not an investment professional. This is not financial advice. I'm a fan of companies, and of course, I'm a fan of ones I can invest in. So there's that connection. Solid power, capital S, capital P. Why does it matter? Well, let's try that without the capitalization. Solid power. Why does that matter? Well, current electric vehicles, and have fun using the word current when describing anything electric, tend to use lithium-ion batteries. Lithium-ion batteries are one of the technical enablers of our increasingly electrified infrastructure. Cars predominate, but lithium-ion has been used in many kinds of batteries. They're why devices can be recharged more times and last longer than things like early laptops could. Great, so let's get back to it. Lithium-ion batteries are not solid state. Liquids are involved. Let's see if they got a picture. I think they got a picture here. No, they got a picture somewhere around here. There we go. Liquids are involved. So it's no big deal as long as they work, right? But liquids can leak. And internal flaws can happen and they can lead to fires, and there's always something better. That's one thing that happens with technology. One reason I haven't bought an electric vehicle is because I suspect somebody will invent something that will eclipse the early technologies used in current EVs. But I'm also a fan of EVs because I love the idea that instead of having to drive to the gas station where a tanker truck has driven to the gas station so that we can exchange gas, there's just an awful lot of gas being used to drive my car and drive its truck, and all for the sake of having to use more gas. So, anyway, hello, solid batteries. In solid power's case, so capital S, capital P, they are using sulfide based electrolytes. According to them, they're where'd it go now? They're can provide higher energy and cost less than lithium ion. They're solid, which is safer. Should is the key term because new technologies always have a phase during their initial production and introduction when theory and should meet practicality and reality. I just witnessed some of the stumbles that autonomous vehicles are encountering as they should not be causing traffic jams and things like that. Solar power is already making product and already making money. Let's see, where's that? Where's that chart? Thank you to Google Finance. There we go. The little blue thing here, they're making more money. They're also still losing money. But let me click around here to one of the other charts that they've got going on, the corporate overview and all that. Sulfide-based technologies are less sensitive to what I consider to be geopolitical tensions over precious metals. There are concerns over where lithium can be found and how lithium can be mined and what the impacts are and things like that. Whereas sulfide-based technologies should ease up those issues. As or if they prove their technology, their work should become better known. They're not the only alternative battery technology. I mean, there are things like graphene batteries, which I'm just a fan of graphene too, so I'm liking the confluence of those two technologies. But still, they're all competitors, and one should check the one against the other. So I will leave the technical spec comparisons to others more versed in the field. They might have, let's see, where do we go here? There we go. So here's some technical specs in terms of watt hours per kilogram, liter, and the cycle life and things like that. But to be honest, I do not know those same comparisons for lithium ion. So I really can't substantiate their claims as to whether, they're better and things like that. But they do provide comparisons. But for me, that's just a bonus. To me, safer and lower cost, if they're proved in the real world, that may suffice to create a profitable enough company because cost matters and safety saves money. So if they have fewer lawsuits because of accidents, if they have lower production costs because their materials are more readily available, and there's a bonus of having better performance out of the battery itself, well, so much the better. In that case, then the technology is doing what technology tends to do, which is to get better. And I think we're entering that phase where the initial EVs uh, that were enabled by lithium ion may now be ready to move on to something else. Well, regardless of my hemming and hawing and talking and whatnot, go back here to Google Finance. Thank you very much, Google Finance. Stock market seems to be debating the value of the company because that's something the stock market does for every company for every second that the market is open. But the company's down over 80% in the last few years, despite income being up. So what's going on? Were they overvalued to start with? Are they just properly valued now? And this is the classic conundrum that any investor has as to whether or not you're an optimist or a pessimist. It's down, so it should be going back up, or it's down, so it should keep going down. You're an optimist or a pessimist. Which way do you think it's going to go? And of course, those optimist and pessimist are moot because what it really comes down to is, well, in the business, sales. And are they able to convince customers to buy their product? Uh, and that's really tested in the market. Skip the theoretical uh, considerations because it really just comes down to if it's safer and it's lower cost, is it safe enough? Is it lower? Have they lowered the costs enough to be able to break into the lithium ion market? Also, are they doing better than their competitors? And that's a large enough ask that I've only just addressed one company at a time because that's the need for researching an entire industry. And I'm not going to do that for a 10-minute video. Anyway, I dive deeper because investing there is there's more to know about the company. There's more to know about the competitors. And I'd also have to win the lottery to have some extra cash or get a job. Getting a job would be good. But their technical approach and their progress are encouraging. So with that, then I don't know what's going to happen. Let's bring that back up again. I don't know what's going to happen. I hope they survive and thrive. I mean, I'll be watching. And thanks for viewing.